Good morning, Subway Builder. Today, I'm going to teach you how to terminate trains in multiple different ways, both for double track and quad track. Let's get right into it. I'm going to create a Washington D.C. world. As you can see here, we have a simple double track line right here with crossovers before the station. This is what they'll teach you in the tutorial. So the way to build it is extremely simple, and I think it will work for a majority of cases. But as we can see later, there are ways you can build it so it can cope with increased demand. Like the way you build it is to build two double track stations, connect the lines, and then you add a crossover. You just click the tracks connecting to the station, and then it adds a crossover. Just a quick reminder that if you edit the route, do not select both platforms. Only select one platform for termination. Strings cannot terminate if you select both platforms. So yeah, you can see that's how you build a simple crossover. But what if you have a extremely crowded line and you want extra capacity? Another way you could terminate double track lines is by using a crossover after the station. This way of terminating the train is better than the other one, because unlike the other one, it doesn't move into the line, it moves out of the line and then out of it. So when the train is finally ready to the bar, it moves in the other way, immediately allowing the other train to come in, so it increases capacity. So the way to build this is to the same way to connect the stations, and you build a little bit of track further away from the station, and then you just add a crossover at the end, so that the trains can terminate at the end. Quick side note: for this one, you can if you want to, when you're editing the routes, you can select both platforms for the termination station. If you select both, it means the train will it means it'll stop twice at the same station. I mean, it's your choice. So yeah, that's that. Putting crossovers after the station. I guess probably the best way to terminate a double track line is to use a balloon loop, because the train effectively doesn't have to stop to change direction, and just directly functions as one line. The way to build this is to use single tracks. Well, single tracks are a bit complicated, so bear with me here. The single tracks are unidirectional, so they only work in one direction. I think, as you guys would probably know, the game uses right-hand running, not the British left-hand running. So if you're going to build a single track, this is forwards. You cannot build a forward track from here. It will just bend. And it won't work. You have to build it from the right hand running. Okay? Yeah, okay, right. So after you can just build in sequential curves. Little curves. Work your way around and to connect it back up to it, so it forms a loop. Okay? And for the other side, you can just form little curves until you reach the end. I don't recommend this if you're going to potentially extend your line in the future, because you would have to either demolish the entire loop or to make severe modifications to it. Like for example, if you want to extend your line, you could just I just checked. You actually could extend the line from a balloon loop, but it's a bit challenging if you don't have enough space. So you can create two single lines, connect them to the top and the bottom of the loop, and then connecting the forward tracks to the part where it connects to the loop returning, and connect the top part where it's departing towards the right hand side of the track. like I said, if you don't have a lot of space, this might be a bit difficult, but it's plausible. Like the one where you put the crossover after the station, you can choose to include one platform or both platforms. In this case, I did both. So yeah, you can see now the trains don't, it doesn't have to turn around anywhere, so it can just proceed in a loop. So yeah, I think that's it for double tracks. Now let's talk about quad tracks. Yeah, so for quad tracks, it's slightly a bit more complicated than the double tracks because you have 4 tracks involved in this, and you can't just put a crossover. And you can't just put a crossover for all of them because in a quad track, one pair of the tracks is on the inside and the other pair is on the outside, and you can't put a crossover between the pair on the outside. You only can put one for the middle one. So how do you terminate a quad track? Well, by combining 2 methods we have seen before, you can place a crossover for the middle track and build a balloon loop for the outside tracks. You can also actually put the crossover after the station. It doesn't really matter, they both work. It just depends on your personal preference. Well, now I'm just going to build one on the other side, but this time putting the crossover after the station, so you can see what it looks like for both methods. Just a quick reminder, for the balloon loop and putting the crossover after the station, you can choose both of the platforms if you wanted. The only difference that makes is if it's going to stop twice or once. But if you're going to put the crossover before the station, please only select one platform. If you select both, it will not work. So don't do that. So this is one way to terminate quad tracks by using a balloon loop and a crossover for the middle track. But you can also use one crossover to terminate all 4 tracks, and I will show you this in the next segment. Another way you can terminate quad tracks is to build a crossover at the end of stations and by first consolidating all the 4-track lines into one singular double track line. I'm just going to connect up the stations here. The way you want to do this is to extend the middle double track line, and then you just want to pull the single track line. Remember, right side forward, left side backwards. So you want to consolidate it into one double tracks line. And then you want to put a crossover at the end, so they just share one crossover. This is a comparatively simple way to terminate a quad track line. If you're going to plan to expand it, you can just draw another single track line forward and then connect it to another quad track line, so it's much simpler to expand. And I'm just going to do the same for the other side. At the top here, just a reminder that if you're going to do the crossover towards the end of the station, you can select both sides of the station, so like it stops at the station twice to offload passengers and to load passengers. But it's your own choice. But for balloon loops, it's also your choice, and for all of these, you can choose to only select one or both. It's your choice. Not for the crossovers before the station. You only can select one platform for that. You cannot select both. So yeah, keep that in mind. These So yeah, as you can see, the train is running smoothly. It is merging into the inner tracks to use the crossover in the middle. So yeah, I guess this is another way to terminate a quad track if you want to expand or if you are space constrained. So yeah, that's the whole video. These are some ways you can terminate double and quad track lines. I hope you learned something from the video, and I hope I'll see you next time. I don't even know if I want to continue doing subway builder videos, but I'll think about it. Have a great day, guys. Goodbye.